Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So up till the previous video, we have checked out the unique values for our P class, right? So we checked out that what are the unique values of my P class. Even we just tried to check out and find out the gender and the unique values of the P classes, account of all of those respective things, right? Now, as discussed up into my previous video, we will be now trying to make up a plot here. So that will be my survival rate by the genders. So I will be using the survival rate, my that's survival rate column, my gender column, and my P class column also for just making up this respective plot, right? Now let's very quickly just go ahead and make up this particular plot. So I'll just make up a variable, let's say females underscore df. Okay, and there I would just try to store all the females for my plot. Fine. So df underscore t in the bracket, again df underscore t, that's my variable into which I have stored my data set, and here I'm just going to put up the column, and that I am going to set equal to female, my condition. Pretty cool, right? Now after this condition has been set for my females, I am just going to use, let's say, a new variable females underscore xt, and I am just going to again make up a cross tab for my P class and for my survived columns, right? So this time it's going to be pd dot cross tab. Okay, in the bracket I'm just going to make it females underscore df, that variable which we have just right away made out, and in the bracket I am simply going to use up the P class, right? So P class variable, or maybe my column name. Getting out from here, I'm just going to write df underscore t, and in the I'll try to get in a percentage of the females, right? So it's going to be females underscore xt underscore pct as my variable, that is equal, one second, that is equal to, okay, just let me write the females underscore x is a variable which I just right away made above, and we had just like stored out the cross tab for my P class and the survived P, right? So females underscore xt dot div stands for my division bracket, females underscore xt dot sum. Okay, and in the bracket I'm just going to put up here as 1 dot, I'm just going to write as type, and in the bracket I'm just going to write up here as float means my float value, comma, my x's will be equal to 0, right? So I'm just converting that to the type of a float, and even I'm just going to do this sum, and my x's which I have set, my 2 x's are there, 0 and the 4 axis, so I'm just setting this as a 0 x's. Fine. What kind of a plot now I'm trying to make? I just set down the maybe the syntax for that. So females underscore xt underscore pct, okay, dot, I am simply using up this plot bracket. Now kind I am using up a bar plot. Fine. Do I want it to be stacked? So yeah, because that as a true, okay, t would be capital for my true, comma, what could be the title for that? So title can be equal to okay, I'll just write it, survival rate of females by passenger class. Okay, that's what I can write. Okay, one second. Now after that I would just set down the x and the y labels. plt dot x label, so my x label is my passenger class, plt dot y label, and that is my survival rate. Okay, x label is my passenger class, y label is my survival rate. Fine. Okay, that is made for my females. Next, I would be plotting the survival rate by the P class. Okay, in that I am going to set the male. Okay, So again, it will start with males underscore df is equal to, again, the same process as we have done above. Okay, or df underscore t, again df underscore t, bracket will go my gender, and this time my gender should be equal to male. M is a small, be fine. Coming down, I would set cross tab, so it will be males underscore xt is equal to pd dot cross tab. Okay, if you're not clear with what is the cross tab and how does this looks like, so you can just go on to my previous videos of the same series, and there I have explained about the cross tab in the detail also. So you can just go out and watch out that particular video for the better explanation of what is cross tab and what is like it looks like after using this, and what is the difference between the normal table and this cross tab table. Okay, so cross tab, and I'll be just using up over here. One second. Males underscore df, that variable, and in the bracket again my p class, comma df underscore t. Okay, and here in the bracket we are having survived. One second, survived, like that. Okay, done. Getting down, again it will be like males underscore xt underscore pct, that will be my like the percentage thing for my males. So again I'll be using this div function and setting is as a as type of float. Okay, males underscore xt dot, this is from a division. Okay, and this time it's going to be males underscore xt dot sum in the bracket 1 dot as type in the bracket, it's going to be like float. Okay, comma my x's is equal to the 0, again the same x's as it was previous. Okay, getting down, again I'm going to set the kind or what kind of a plot I want to make in. So it's going to be males underscore xt underscore pct. Okay, males underscore xt underscore pct dot plot, and my kind of a plot is going to be my bar plot, comma whether is it a stacked, so yeah, it is a stacked one, stack is equal to my true, comma I can even write down the title. So okay, I'll just make that look a little bit cleaner, so I'll just write it onto the new lines. So my stacked is equal to true. Okay, and my title is equal to male survival. Okay, I'll just write it male. Okay, no, I'll just write it in the manner survival rate of males by passenger class, right? And getting down, I'm going to set out the x and the y label. So plt dot x label, and in that I'm going to write the passenger class. Getting down, plt dot y label, and in that I am going to write down survival rate. Okay, let me write the spelling for survival, correct, survival, fine. So what I'll do, I'll just do one thing here. I'll put a hash and make up a line like this so that it differentiates between my male and the female part. Okay, great, fine, this is all made, and now it's the time for running this out. Let's check out the result, or maybe if we have any error or something like that to be shown. Okay, so yeah, we have out our plots here. Now, if you just notice out one thing first of all, without going through any of my plots or in the detail of my plot, you just if you notice out one thing. So that thing is ki we haven't mentioned out my plot size anywhere, right? We haven't mentioned what size of my plot, what should be my side length and the width of my plot, but rather without mentioning, it is giving me such a beautiful plot to automatically to already see it, and a very detailed plot as well, maybe in the maybe dimensions also, so that like we are able to check out this very clearly, right? So that is why, because that is already we have on the top decide out my figure size of all of my plots, 10,5. 10 will be my length and my width, right? So that is the exactly reason why this plot looks like this particular thing. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, so now let's study out this plot a little bit. The first one is for my females and second was for my males, right? So here we are having the survival rate of females by the passenger class, and here we are having the males, right? So my females actually are from my orange color. So yeah, we are getting to get a little bit good plot, and here we are even having up this particular thing. Okay, I would do one thing. I would remove up this tag to is equal to true from here. I'll just write it as false. Okay, that didn't made out because okay, now remember why this particular didn't made out any difference, because onto the above means onto the top we have already set down my start as my true, right? That is the reason. Downside, it's not giving me any results if I had set down that start as also is equal to false. Okay, so that's the one of the things. So yeah, this is how we are just able to check out the survival rates of all of my female by the passenger class and about the males by the passenger class, right? Great. So these kind of plots actually they give us a detailed view of how my different columns are related to each other in a different way, right? As in the different columns which like we had to use our three columns here: survival rate, my P class, and my gender. Right. So how are these three columns correlated with each other? How uh, these three columns are related? What information they three can combine and give us? This is what we exactly get when we are trying to make out our plots and the visualizations. So doing the EDA means doing the expected data analysis. That is not only about making up a few plots and getting the result and just like looking like some fancy plot. It's not all about like that only. Expected data analysis, that is your EDA. EDA is all about how better you can present of your graph. It's not about how colorful or generally how fancy you can make up your plots. It's all about that how simple and how more explainable plot you can make, right? Let's say if I would have made a very fancy plot, let's say a heat map or any kind of a plot over here, and that is not needed, right? But it looks good. So will that make any value, because you will be further sharing the insights, further sharing the details with your stakeholders, right? So you always have to make sure that you are making up a plot which is giving them, which is making some maybe some good value to other people who are actually trying to see your plots. That is what is done into your exploratory data analysis. So we have done a lot of visualizations, maybe 4-5 visualizations. So we have done only up till now. So all those 4-5 visualizations, these are pretty simple bar plots, and rather if anyone sees these plots, a person can get up a little bit good information without the explanation also, that what is this trying to represent, right? Because every time we are having different headings, we are having the X labels, we are having the Y labels, and beautiful colors also into our plot, right? So this is what exactly we get from our plots to see and to check out. Fine. So I hope I am pretty clear with all the things which we have done and which we have actually made up over here. I hope we are clear with the same. So if you haven't subscribed out to my channel up till now, do go ahead and subscribe out to my channel. Do like this video and share it with your friends. I'll see you there in our next video.